man, so for today's video I got some Gulp Alive minnows in chartreuse. They're 1-inch split tail minnows, and all I'm going to be doing, it's like make sure that's closed because do not want that spilling. That'll make a nice smell if it spills. I'm taking a 1/32 ounce VMC Moon Eye jig and kind of finessing it through. These, like, the one, you know, negative I will say about these split tail minnows is they're very they rip easily. So if you're not 100% on, you know, the right direction, it'll probably rip. But we're just gonna pitch it out like right there and just jig it off the bottom. Ooh, had a hit right there. Not sure what that was. Just kind of jigging it along the bottom. Water clarity is really crappy, but I know there's some fish down there in the deeper holes. It's funny, we're like a foot away from the water, but you really can't see what's down there. Sink and see if I can't catch something off the bottom. Just jigging it, like slowly working it. Like, look at that, look how quick that was. I don't even think that hit the bottom, honestly. Because, you know, it sinks so slowly because it's only, you know, 1/32 ounce of weight, and the gulp is not that heavy either. There we go. All right, let's see if we can't get to the bottom this time. See how quick. And I just saw something going after it. That's kind of part of the problem too, is they see it sinking. Like, look at that. They see it sinking and you literally just jigging them up off the bottom. All right, I'm gonna try pitching it. Ooh. Probably help if my bail was open. Right there. Let it sink. Once it's on the bottom, all I'm gonna do is just kind of twitch it back. Oop, there's a hit. Oh man, had another one, I dropped him. Definitely in that little deeper pocket right there seems to be something. Try that again. Oh man, boy, that wind. That wind is ripping today. All right, there we go. Let's see if we can't get something off the bottom here. Oh, there we go, there we go. Look at that, man. Little creek chub. Jigging them up off the bottom. All right, let's. It's like almost like winter flounder fishing for me. You know, just that fishing a jig with some gulp and just bouncing it off the bottom. Got him. Look at that. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to, you know, have more fun catching fish than with just a jig and, you know, soft plastics. I've always said, like, I've had way more fun catching fish on jigs than I do rigs, because you're not fighting the weight of the rig or any of that stuff. You're just, you know, fighting the fish. Like, look at that. That's pretty cool. Be honest, I think jigging might be my favorite, you know, type of fishing, whether it be like with soft plastics for, you know, stripers or flounder or panfish, or even, you know, fishing jigs with like crabs for like the tog and sheep's head. Oh man, just had one and dropped them. Something about fishing jigs, man. Let's get it back out there. Now the key with jigging in the wintertime, I find, is low and slow is the ticket. There we go. If you work it a little too fast, you're not gonna catch much, especially this time of year when, you know, the air temperature's in the 20s. Man, that's actually a nice one. And you know, the water temperature's in the like low 30s. These fish are a little bit more lethargic. Now, I will say the one downfall of just fishing a jig like this without a float is we are run the risk of, you know, getting snagged on the bottom. There is some debris here. I mean, there's some down trees, you know, random rocks, but we're just gonna take that risk. You know, it seems like these fish are really tight to the bottom. Man, just had a hit. Oh, I had it and dropped it. Ooh, man, that wind. Especially when you get your hands wet from taking a fish off and that little breeze of wind. There we go. Oh, man, did you see that? That was neat. I don't even got a cast. I'm pretty sure they're right there. Just had one chase it. Had him and I dropped him. Dang it. Try that again. Let it go all the way down. Oh, had him. Man, they are just relentless right now. Whew. Let it get all the way down. They're, oh man, they're like hitting it as soon as it hits the bottom. And the beauty of Gulp, man, is you really don't have to work it too hard. Honestly, the scent works, you know, a lot of the bites, in my opinion. Oh man, whew. These fish are fired up. There we go. We're going on a streak there for a minute of just swinging and missing. All right, drop it off that ledge. Slowly work it back. Got him. Oh, he got off. See, and sometimes what happens is they'll grab it from the side and try and swim with it, and you think that they have it when they're just, man, when they're just, you know, swimming with it. That guy grabbed it. Tell you what, man, this is like as fun as it gets. You know, we're not catching any world record creek chubs, but it's just giving me flashbacks of, you know, flounder fishing in the summer, you know, just working the soft plastic off the bottom and getting that thump. And on ultralight stuff like this, like a 4-foot rod, I mean, it's a fun fight. I'm not gonna, you know, go out of my way and say it's the craziest fight I've ever had, but if you're fishing light tackle like this, it's definitely fun. Get right near that tree, man. Right near that tree seems to be a decent amount of them, and I think they just hang there because it's like shelter. Oh, I had one grab it. Oh, they keep grabbing it and swimming with it. Got him that time. That's cool. You could tell when they're grabbing it before it even hits the bottom, because you'll see the line starting to move, you know, left or right. Like, I'll show you right now. Like, I'll drop it right in the middle here and just watch the line. You'll start to see it move. Like right there. See that? See how it's going to its left? They're picking it up and going with it. Like, if you just watch the line, I don't know how well you could really see that, but They're like trying to get it away from the competition. I mean, this is like literally like fishing in an aquarium. Oh, let's get this guy back in. Probably cold. Air temperatures well below freezing today. We're very fortunate that this, you know, portion of the creek is not completely frozen. All right, just pitched it back out. That quick, I'm already feeling little bites. And you could definitely tell the different ledges that you're moving your bait past, because you could feel it falling down like that right there was off of the ledge. And it's like, it seems like they're right in that like strike zone. Like it almost plateaus, I guess you would say. But it's funny, like it's shallow, drops off a little bit, then drops off even more, and they seem to be right in that deepest spot. And every time you drag your bait across it, you're at least getting a chance of catching one. Like right now, we're slowly working it right over that. And there's a little thump. Just not big enough to set the hook on. Oh man, had one and dropped him again. Just jigging it off the bottom. There we go. I mean, geez Louise. You wonder how many are actually down there. I haven't really been keeping count of how many I'm catching, but I mean, I haven't gone very long without a bite, I'll be honest with you. Now, these fish already bit the tail off, but I guarantee you that there's so much scent in these things that it doesn't really make that big of a difference. I mean, guarantee you we could catch a fish with just the, you know, remainder of this gulp without a tail. Now, I do like the tail because I think it, you know, gets you most of that bite, but even though that looks like absolutely nothing, there's so much scent built in that it's like almost irresistible to them. Like, we're already getting hits again. I mean, there's nothing other than it looks like a little piece of gum. Like, look at that, and we already caught a fish off of that. Now, I will say the tail definitely helps, because that little bit of twitching definitely will trigger a bite. But on a day like today, I mean, you could just throw out what we're throwing out and just jig it, bounce it off the bottom, and you should have a fish. Oh man, had one grab it and drop it. There we go. Oh man, and you can see the other one fighting for it. And these guys are spunky, man. For cold water fish, they are fun to catch.